नमस्ते कमल.
नमस्ते.
मग आज बऱ्याच दिवसांनी योग आला तुम्हाला भेटायला. गेले मी आय थिंक महिनाभर प्रयत्न करत होते, पण आता तुमची तब्येत बरी आहे का आता?
आता बरी आहे.
बर.
मध्ये फारच झालं होतं, आता बरी.
ओके. तर मला तुम्हाला असं विचारायचं आहे की तुम्ही गांधी शिक्षण भवन कधी जॉईन केलं? कोणत्या साली जॉईन केलं? गांधी शिक्षण भवन कधी जॉईन केलं?
मी 74 मध्ये.
हा.
1974.
अच्छा.
त्या इयरला जॉईन केलं आणि तिथेच मग कंटिन्यू केलंय. कारण की माझं काय झालं की मी जेव्हा मी वर्किंग करत होते इथे सगळ्या इंग्लिश टीचिंग स्कूल मध्ये झालं, सगळीकडे काम केलं आणि मग तीन टाइम गेल्यामुळे म्हणजे मध्ये स्टॉप झाला.
अच्छा.
तर लोकांना वाटलं की हेच आहे, हिच्यातच काहीतरी दोष आहे.
अच्छा.
की हे जॉईन होते, 3 वर्ष काम करते आणि निघून जाते. म्हणजे तर आय वॉन्टेड टू करेक्ट माय बायोडेटा. दॅट्स वाय when we came back last time, I joined the Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan. And then I wanted to continue because I wanted to correct my biodata.
Okay.
So, and I liked it.
Okay.
Gandhi
So what exactly did you like in Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan?
In Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan, what happened is that I will start from Kothari Commission.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Kothari Commission, 64.
Yeah.
1860.
66.
64.
66. Yeah.
It took a very nice survey of Indian education, especially secondary education, and they worked out a scheme of what should be the Indian child, and that is secondary stage. What should be the objectives? So then objectives were laid out like the national, state, local, personal. National, they are the Indian children, so they should be exposed to Indian culture. India consists of so many states and so many cultures. Yeah. So whichever state they come from, they should be exposed to that culture and should be taught in that manner. So that and personal is the intellectual and emotional and psychomotor. So the personal, these were the objectives, and after that the Kothari Commission laid down the curriculum for each stage, because curriculum should be stage-wise.
Correct.
And it laid down how much at what stage they should be exposed to which curriculum, and that curriculum has to be through methodology.
Correct.
So you must be knowing all
Yes,
the
yes,
methodologies.
yes.
But all the methodologies they laid down that according to the unit plan.
Unit planning. Correct. We still do it. We still do it. Yeah.
Yes. The unit, they had to have the methodology accordingly. For example, for history, dramatization.
Correct.
For geography, some film show or something.
Yes.
And for science, the experimentation. For literature, the exposure to all other
literature
and everything.
Yes.
So this way, the different methodologies were laid down, and these same methodologies were used by the lecturers.
Yes.
So that the children will know, the students, BA students will know how to operate in the class when it is teaching.
Correct.
So that way, this was the methodology. And according to each methodology, the evaluation part was also very nicely explained theoretically in Kothari Commission.
Correct.
It is called the Gita of Indian education.
Correct.
So they laid down all the even the evaluation part of each methodology, each unit planning, and it was a comprehensive
Plan for it. Yeah.
So it always this was theoretical, but Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan brought it to operational level and super imposed
Yes.
the Gandhian ideology on the B.Ed course.
Correct.
And it was such a nice combination that I liked it very much. How being there.
How nice. Yeah. So that's why you stuck there for many years, you know? Yeah.
That was really
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, and Kamal, when you still believe that Gandhi's idea is workable with the teaching community? Can the ideas of Gandhi be incorporated in today's learning teaching process? I said, do you think that Gandhi's idea is still workable?
It is workable. That is Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan has shown it now that I will cite the example at that time. We will go back to 74 and start the college day. All the students were 80. They were divided into 4 groups. Each group used to come early and turn the library into a prayer hall. We used to sit down under the tree and Shaila Nidhi sir used to come and very straight he used to sit. Masi used to sit near the window. And all of us were sitting down. And that prayer was a wonderful thing. What happened was that prayer, Gandhian prayer, we start with Gandhian prayer.
Yes, Om Tat Sat. We still do it. We still do it. Yeah. Yeah. We still do it.
We used to sit under the tree and now we have it in the hall.
Lecture hall, but the prayer is still with Ekadash Vrat and Sevak Ki Prarthana and Om Tat Sat, and on Thursday Sarva Dharma Prarthana. We still do it. Yeah. It's still.
It has to be continued because it is Gandhi.
Yes, it is. Can you remember anything connected to Vajubhai that you liked very much? Vajubhai? वजुबाईची काही आठवण आहे का तुम्हाला? काही सांगाल का त्यांच्याबद्दल?
He had very good ideas.
Okay.
And how the Gandhian principles, Ahimsa, Satya, say, all the principles should be at the operational level. So he used to give exposures to these things. And up in the prayer, we used to sing whichever students were there in that year. We used to recite that prayer.
Correct.
So I know Bismillah,
Rahmanir Rahim.
The Sikh
prayer and Christian prayer.
It was the Indian, all the prayers and everything should be. Vajubhai said that all the prayers we must know.
Correct.
So every day we used to recite those 4
prayers.
Whichever student, 6 students is there, she used to lead.
Yeah.
And that way, Vajubhai insisted that we should have. We must know all the songs, all the prayers,
bhajans,
poems, everything of all languages.
Correct.
So, Vajubhai had these ideas.
Correct.
He not only insisted on the cultural part, but even he insisted on doing research.
Okay. Results.
Oh.
Yes.
So, because of this objective curriculum methodology, evaluation,
Correct.
in the middle was the school, because all these from the college has to be
Practiced in the school.
practiced in the school always.
Right.
And that model which I tried to create. And in that model, it was the Samshodhan,
Yeah.
the research.
Yeah.
So not only we had to experiment, but we have to go on really from experimental point of view.
Correct.
We used to have on the each and every methodology was experimented. And that was what Valubai insisted. It is not a chalk and chalk method, but it is different things, different methodologies from this for each unit.
Yeah.
So that way, Valubai, it was quite because of him we got that land.
Yes.
Such a
Wonderful. Grows on land. Yes.
Otherwise, I don't think anybody would have given that
Piece of land. Yeah. Precious piece of land. Yes.
By Nasi together, they work together. Another thing is that we were asking about Valubai. He was very straight and he used to, he didn't like anything which is going away from Gandhi.
Yeah. He wanted everything to be connected to Gandhi. Correct.
That was the problem. He had to, in between he insisted on wearing khadi.
Yeah.
The school children still wear khadi, but we lecturers used to feel, especially during rainy season, the saris
He used to get very wet. Yeah.
He excused us.
Yeah. He excused you. Okay.
So
That's quite a revelation that he excused looking at the practicality of wearing a khadi sari.
बरं मॅडम, आता तुमच्या प्रोजेक्ट बद्दल सांगा. तुम्ही गांधी शिक्षण भवन मध्ये जे प्रोजेक्ट केलं होतं ना, त्याबद्दल सांगा. काय केलं होतं तुम्ही?
म्युन्सिपल स्कूल होतं. अजून आहे ते, पण त्यावेळेला ते नुसतं शॅक होतं. सुंदर वाटायचं.
अच्छा.
तिथे मी काय प्रोजेक्ट केला की 5वी 6वी 7वी आपल्या स्टुडंटने वेगवेगळ्या मेथडॉलॉजीजने शिकवायचं आणि त्या मुलांचा रिस्पॉन्स घ्यायचा.
अच्छा.
ही मुले इतकी छान होती.
अरे वा.
ते म्युन्सिपालिटीची पण ती चांगली उत्तरं द्यायची आणि तो सक्सेसफुल झाला. म्हणजे 5वी पासून 6वी मुलगी 7वी जाती आणि काय झालं की 7वी मध्ये त्यांना दुसऱ्या शाळेत जावं लागतं.
हा बरोबर.
म्हणून ते जरा प्रोजेक्ट थोडासा लोकडाऊन झाला. पण every research can't be truly successful.
Yes.
Research, right? I knew that, but I would not
No, that's correct.
anyway. But that was a very nice thing. The principal, our grades were, one of them was the officers were.
Okay.
All of them came from a very high data society. Their children came and they were dancing with these children.
How nice it is.
They, all the grade students, they employed different methodology. Like, one example I give is that reading books were brought in the class and one of the principal boy, he was the
In charge.
he was the librarian.
Okay.
And he gave the book, and it was written that the book should be read and a little bit of gist of whatever you read should have. And don't fold the corners.
Yeah.
All the rules of the library into it. And all the other things they enjoy reading the book. So that way, yes. Actually, we put the feedback and they were very good and results were nice.
That's good. That's nice to know.
Best in
Education. It came in best in education. Right. Yeah.
that project.
Uh,
Another project was about computer.
okay.
Okay, I will take you one or two methods.
Yes. Yes.
One of them was having the Google at school. On the season, come from the carpet always come in the car. And the school is also very nice.
Yes.
But they didn't know that just over next to the mall is the property. So on Guardian Day, 2nd October, we take a standard there. And they went through all the whole property. And they told me, they have shown me the box are all shining.
Yes.
But why do they have all of us inside? So then we are making in the class, they wrote a letter to the municipality.
Okay.
They have this and it's nice, but there is no dustbin.
Okay.
So the best letter, 3 meters is 8 level municipal body. And they installed 4
Dustbins.
and different places. And these children went and told all the government of the world that now don't put the kachra everywhere or just put it in the
Dustbin.
near to your house in the dustbin. So that way, that area became cleaner and it became that is the success of the project.
How nice. So very nice to know that you all did such great work. Honestly, we fall short. We haven't done anything great in last, I would say, 25, 30 years where we can, commendably, I would say we have not done. We have tried our level best to do different things, but this kind of social change where children were involved,
Then it was the exposure,
it was an
know how to find out any in the nearby area and try to improve.
yes.
So that way,
That you showed them the way that you can improve things in society.
getting there is such a large country. Everything managed from the center will not work. So locally you should be aware of all these things. That was very successful.
How nice. So very nice to learn about this. Kamal, then what would you say about the idea of trusteeship which Mahatma Gandhi talked about? Can you just throw some light on that? Trusteeship. What is it? Yes.
Gandhiji was bent upon involving all the businessmen, everybody, in whatever these people do, so that it should not be only the rich people's or the poor people's it should be everybody
Together.
And so the businessmen were told to involve themselves in the trusteeship. So, trusteeship and leading idea.
Yes, I remember trusteeship.
So, what is
The book says that rich people should earn money, but they should do a lot of philanthropy work. They should distribute their money to the have-nots. Gandhiji wanted that. He never wanted businessmen to stop doing business and come and join. He said, you earn money, but don't.
always people
Yes. Own money. Right.
They are the trustees of the
Right. Of the bank.
So that is a good idea. Otherwise, rich people become religious and poor people
Become very, very poor.
And that way, everybody will try to gift and they feel that is their responsibility to have the society lifted up rather than just going and going people.
That is what
They at times think for people. It was a social welfare state.
yes. Social welfare state. Yes.
Nobody could be waiting. Nobody could be very poor, and that is a very poor country.
Right.
You can't afford to be. So that we can't bring to that social welfare because India is a small country.
Correct.
Ours is such a big one and so many problems.
Yeah.
Let's try to bring in the principle
Social welfare state. Right. Yeah. So, government, I would like to ask you that what the message would you give to today's teachers? काय सांगाल तुम्ही सध्याच्या टीचर्सना काय सांगाल काय संदेश द्याल
सध्याच्या टीचर्सना मला एवढंच म्हणायचं आहे की तुम्ही वेळेमध्ये त्यांना सोशल कम्युनिटी सेंटर्स मध्ये त्यांना इकडचं काम शिकवलं
बरं या SUPW शिकवलं बरोबर
आणि आमची सगळ्यासाठी कम्युनिटी सेंटर ही इंडस्ट्रियल डेव्हलप होतं
राईट त्या शाळेत Home for the aged. Home for the aged. Used to go yeah.
School for the
Saraswati Vidya Mandir. Juvenile school. Juvenile school. Yeah.
so many centers and we used to rotate our services
Right.
and exposed to all the problems in the society. We told the parents that they will be faced with this type of children in the class. So how to do it? So that these were actually really found out but very many of the social community centers. We were actually we had a very good conference in the college. The principal of St. James, he came
Right.
and said, how do you manage
Yeah.
So imagine principal of the various college is famous for being social work.
Asking you. Yeah.
Very manage this. So I was very proud.
Correct.
Actually, very well,
Correct. Yeah.
that's nice.
And you read a lot. You खूप अभ्यास करता याच्यामध्ये. काय सांगाल सध्याच्या टीचर्सना काय वाचायला पाहिजे लोकांनी?
सध्याचे प्रश्न काय आहेत तर हे टीचर सांगतात शाळेत मला बोलून यायचे त्यामुळे इतकं छान छान शिकवलं आणि आम्ही गायलं सुद्धा तुम्ही आम्हाला शिकवलं नाही की कसं काय बोलायचं. So I used to tell them, you have to fight your own battles. Correct. There are hundreds and hundreds of schools where you will be everywhere different
It's very common. Yes.
Teaching, you believe you have to fight your own battles.
How nice. How nice. त्याच्यामध्ये कमलबेन तुम्ही इतके इतके आजारी आहात तरी सुद्धा आम्हाला इतका टाइम दिला, आमच्याशी बोललात, तुमची शब्द आम्ही टिपून घेतले आणि we are very thankful to you to have spared that time for us and given us some words of wisdom and advice so that we can also treat the path of training teachers in a correct manner, I would say, in the manner in which one should become a good teacher educator. Thank you so much for giving this time. आशीर्वाद द्या की थँक यू सो मच की आम्ही पुन्हा येऊ तुम्हाला भेटायला आणि पुन्हा गप्पा मारू तुमच्याशी. थँक्यू.
त्याच दिवशी मला फोन करा.
हा तुम्हाला फोन करेल. नाही मी तुम्हाला कॉल करणार. तुम्हाला फोन करणार इथे. हो हे नंबर मी घेते आणि तुम्हाला कॉल करते आणि पुन्हा येते एका महिन्यानंतर भेटायला. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. थँक्यू.